My name's Travis Town, and I teach American history, life skills, and world issues at Johnson County Middle College in Johnson County, North Carolina. I am also a digital learning coach and teach several online courses for both high school and college students. One of the problems I run into when trying to find documents, videos, or folders that I have saved in my Google Drive folder is trying to find them again quickly without having to dig through the myriad of my created folders. I also want the ability to quickly share with my students folders that have documents or videos without having to send them a link to each one. With these concerns in mind, I felt that combining one of the best visual web resources, Symbaloo, with one of the best storage resources, Google Drive, was the best way to go. In this video, I will describe how documents and folders can be linked to a Symbaloo web mix, the importance of groups, how images can be used to visually enhance Symbaloo tiles, and how to share the link or embed the web mix in a learning management system, LMS, or in a document. For the purpose of brevity, this video already assumes that you have a working knowledge of both Symbaloo and Google Drive. For additional resources about any of these areas, please go to www.freetechforteachers.com or check out YouTube. You can also use the useful technology web mix that is provided in this blog. One of the best things about Google Drive is that if you move documents to a different folder or change the document, it automatically updates the link, so I don't have to worry about checking to see if I have the latest version on my document linked. However, as previously stated, one of the difficulties that I had with Google Drive is the massive amount of information that I had saved but couldn't find easily. I had organized folders for documents and videos, but would spend several minutes trying to find that specific one that I knew I had saved somewhere, but unfortunately couldn't remember what I had called it. The Google Drive search feature wasn't always helpful in reminding me what I had called the document or video. I also wanted my students to quickly have access to documents that I had found or videos to watch that I had already saved in Google Drive, but I didn't want to type in each of their Gmail names or even have a separate document with a long list of links they had to open up one by one. My solution was to incorporate Google Drive links into a Symbaloo and make my web mixes visually appealing and easy to navigate. Symbaloo allowed me to put virtually any URL link into a tile, and lucky for us, Google Drive gives a URL link in the share features. Ultimately, it allowed me to organize my course materials in an easy-to-use resource for both me and my students. Granted, it does take a heavy amount of time to do the initial layout and structure, but believe me, it is well worth the effort when the middle of the school year hits and your creative brain turns to mush. Here is an example of my American History Unit 1 web mix, which incorporates several different aspects of my unit. On the right side, I have links for online resources that are similar to the information being presented in the unit. These are just extra resources, especially for students that might have differentiated learning needs. The bottom left area is specifically for external websites that fit into my unit topics. The top left area is designated for my Unit 1 Google Drive resources. I have broken them into groups that allow me to quickly find specific resources. I have also color-coded them and uploaded an image for a quick visual reference. I keep the same format for each unit so students become familiar with these. To link a Google Drive document, you should find the document that you want to link and then click the Share option. Note, it is important that your share options are able to be viewed either by anyone with the link or anyone in your specific organization, depending on who you want the ability to access these documents. Once you have the link, then you would create a tile and then name it. At this point, you can allow the tile to not have an image, but I would highly suggest that you take the extra time to find an image that will quickly identify the tile. To do this, find the image that you want to use and make sure it is downloaded onto your computer. Then select the Upload an Image button, which will bring up a window asking you to choose a file. Select the image that you want to use and then choose the Upload button. This will bring up a box that will allow you to choose how much of the image is selected. Note, the size of the image will drastically affect how much is displayed. If you are not happy with how the image looks, try resizing it. It works better if you have a larger resolution image and can shrink it down. Once you have the image you desire, choose the Save button. You can also link a Google Drive folder, which is nice when you already have your documents or videos already organized the way you want them. You can link other web mixes to your original web mix as well. This is a great option if you have found another web mix that you like or created one that is a supplement to your original. Symbaloo has a relatively new feature that allows you to group tiles. You can have up to 16 tiles within a group, which is a great way to organize tiles by topic. The easiest way to group tiles is by slowly dragging one tile over top of the other until a group box appears. Once a group is created, you can name that group and upload an image. To edit the folder size, right-click and select this option. A nice feature to use is the Copy Move option, which works on both individual tiles and groups. This keeps all of the features that you have already created, including image and folder size. Note, if you copy a group, you will need to move it to another webmix, rename it in that webmix, and then move it back to the original webmix. One of the best features about Symbaloo is the ability to embed the webmix into a learning management system, LMS, or teacher-based web page. I use Moodle primarily, but I've also used Blackboard and Canvas, and all of these have the ability to embed the HTML code. In my blog, I have provided several examples of what this looks like in Moodle and in my teacher-based web page. Students usually have good results with using Symbaloo, and I actually have several assignments that require students to create their own Symbaloo and link Google Drive documents to it. It is an easy way for them to organize their resources, especially if we are dealing with a research-based project. Remember that Symbaloo does not automatically send out updated changes, so you must click the Update button in order for others with the link to see any changes you have done. Lastly, I am primarily a history teacher, so most of my focus is towards this area, and I freely admit that history does lend itself to specific topic areas which can be easier to section out. I know, however, that several of my peers have used Symbaloo in combination with their Google Drive in math, English, and science classes. It can work with any class structure, and I know of several teachers that use this resource to help them organize their individual units. Hopefully, you can use these tips and tricks to enhance your classroom environment, and please feel free to share any additional ways that you have used Google Drive and/or Symbaloo in your teaching.